Hello everyone, I just want to take a moment now and share with you all the services that I do offer my seller clients. I want to start by saying that most people think that investing in real estate is only done on the buyer side, but that's not true at all. Every transaction in real estate, whether you're buying or selling, has tremendous investment considerations. So I guess we'll start with taxes. That is always a seller's major concern, and justifiably so. They want to know how much tax they're going to be paying at disposition. So we'll be looking at capital gains tax versus business income tax at disposition, but also during ownership, we'll be looking at what expenses will be considered tax deductible versus what expenses will be considered capital upgrades and then therefore added to the cost base. Then we'll look at reinvestment of proceeds analysis. So this is a question I'm always asked by landlords and sellers is, should I dispose of my property? And I always say it really depends. In economics, we refer to something called opportunity cost, and it's about if and when you decide to dispose of the property, what do you plan on doing with the proceeds? We always have to be looking at maximizing a return on investment. So we'll be looking at different areas for sellers to reinvest their proceeds. Strategic sales analysis. So sometimes with difficult properties and tough markets, sellers have to be creative to find ways to sell their property. So one of those ways we can use that is if there's substantial equity in the home, we can consider a vendor take back. This is a way to liquidate most of the equity in the home and also receive top dollar for their property. Market assessment, comparable sales. So we'll be looking at all three approaches to value, not just the comparison approach, which most people use, but also the income approach and the cost approach. We'll obviously looking at market data to really find a good value and realistic sale price for your home. The residential and commercial tenancy consulting. Again, this is something that all investors need to be aware of. You're going to have issues with tenants. It's just part of the game. So we'll be looking at the Tenancy Acts and then I guess the pros and cons of commercial versus residential investing, and then market risk as well. The unpaid judgment and collections. So again, this is going to happen if you decide to get into investment real estate. One day or another, you're going to have a tenant, a non-ideal tenant. So we're looking at things such as small claims courts, landlord-tenant boards, collection agencies. So one way to again minimize your risk and maximize your returns. And then we're looking at investment and market risk. So looking at fluctuations in the market, how that affects purchase prices, sales price, and your ability to liquidate your home. So again, these are some of the services I offer my sellers. And again, anybody selling their home, it doesn't matter which type of home, there's always investment considerations. Any questions, please contact me on my contact page. Thanks again for listening.